Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Tyler from the Shadow Realm, and today I'm going to bring you my version of Time Thieves. I don't know how I'll explain this. I wish it had a little more support, but, you know, it's good for what it is. Like, they're all commons, really budget deck, so can't complain about that a lot. So, in this version, I'm actually playing Zodiac, I'm playing PK, I'm playing Black Wings, and I think that was it. Oh, the Ray Raptor too, but yeah, just playing a lot of engines in this. So hopefully you guys will enjoy, and let's get to it. So for the first ones, you're going to be playing the 3 Time Thief Winder. Winder, when he's normal special summon, you can search out a Time Thief card from your deck and add it to hand. And if he's in your hand and you control Xyz monster, detach 1 material and special summon from your hand. So really good, level 4, and just helps you get resources. So more or less you're going to be searching for the trap card and or the spell. More or less you're going to be going for the trap card because you can attach the spell from your deck to the Xyz. So it's really good, and again, just helps you set up your plays and level 4, which they all are. So really good, especially for the Zodiac engine. You can just attach, and yeah, I'll show you that later on. Next is going to be 3 Time Thief Regulator. Regular, if you control all the monsters, you can tribute this card as cost and special summon 2 different Time Thief cards from your deck and yeah, basically it. And when an Xyz monster you control is destroyed by battle, with those cards in your graveyard, you can special summon this card but banish it when it leaves the field. So just put this down, tribute it, search out the Winder and the Bezel Ship just to help you go for plays and all that. So next is going to be 3 Goblinberg. This helps you if you have like Bezel Ship or Winder in hand. You can special summon them and get the effects. Well, not Bezel Ships, but helps you set up if you have another extender. Next is going to be 2 Bezel Ships. Bezel Ship is the best card, I believe, out of the monster lineup for at least Time Thieves. So more or less with Barrage, you're going to be destroying this, and basically when it's engraved, you can detach 1 Xyz material from a card and then special summon this but banish it when it leaves the field. So again, when I get to the combos, I'll explain everything like that later, but it has a quick effect. You can tribute this card, then target 1 Time Thief Xyz monster you control, attach 1 card from your opponent's graveyard to that monster. So really good. So if you don't want certain effects, I'm not sure if this is correct, don't quote me on this, but if a certain effect goes off engraved that you don't want to happen, quick effect this and attach that monster or whatever to your Time Thief Redoer. So really good, and again, level 4 Dark Monster. And you can use them as Xyz material and just keep going back and forth because it doesn't ever banish if you use it as Xyz material. Next, going on with Phantom Knights, 2 Cloak, really good, searched out for trap and or silent boots. And I guess if you want to go into Ragged Gloves, but I don't go into them too often. I might cut Ragged Gloves because I don't play the rank up engine, because this is just to help get more plays, because when you play Breaksword in this and you have 2 copies, again, Silent Boots, special summon, so you use this and the Cloak to make Breaksword, pop Breaksword on your, if you go second at least, pop Breaksword, and then special summon this and Cloak, or even Ragged Gloves if you really go into it, and make them both level 4. So again, level 4s are the main theme of this, and this helps you at least get more level 4s on the field. So next is the 1 Blackwing Chris the Croak. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that wrong, but if you control a Blackwing monster, then you get to special summon him, and I believe if you special summon this way, he's unaffected by spells and traps for the rest of his turn. Next is Blackwing Zephyros the Elite. There's a combo I figured out with the Xyz. So you search the Xyz. If you just normal summon, well, special summon this with the Goblinberg, then Xyz into the Raid Raptor that searches. You can search for him, and if you detach Zephyros, then it goes to grave, bounce the Raid Raptor back, special summon this, and then you're pretty much golden. Or you can probably do another way too, but I don't know. If you can, let me know, that'd be really awesome. But both of these are really good. The one Whiptail, just so the target for a barrage. I had Ram in this too, but I didn't like seeing both of them at the same time, so if I cut down at least one Zodiac, then I at least see it less. But it can be a Garnet at times, but again, level 4, so you can't complain about it all too much. But Ragged Gloves, again, if you want to go in OTK, I guess, if you can, with Break Sword, then it'd be pretty cool, not OTK, but maybe you can. Not sure if you can with use it as a level 4 when you blow it up and make breaks Redoer or any of the other level 4s, rank 4s, and just swing. You probably can, but I don't know. I just haven't tried it. But basically, I forgot to mention that the Phantom Knights have graveyard effects too, so they can each banish each other, well, themselves, to this one, Foolish Burial's Phantom Knight card. Cloak, you can add a Phantom Knight from your deck to hand, well, Phantom Knight card, and Boots, banish as a Phantom Knight trap. The hand traps only play 3 Ash because Ash, I believe, can stop a lot of things in today's meta. Well, what may be the meta, who knows, because the meta's not defined yet, which I can see this probably being at least decent if people actually give it a shot. You can try the Danger Engine. I'm not sure how it works. I can't afford them. But if you want, actually, you can probably just do Mothman and Chupacabra and see how it goes. But I've seen more expensive builds with all the dangers, and I don't know. I'd rather have all level 4s, and depending on what you have, the discard might kill you. So it's all problematic and just a really, really big chance. So that's going to be it for the monsters. On to the spells. 3 Barrage, because you want to see this as much as you possibly can, if need be. Say if you have a really good board and you just want to pop this, get out of your spell and trap zone, pop this, get the Whiptail, and just continue your plays and just keep going. Next, 3 Called by the Grave, because hand traps. This deck seems like it can be really hit by problematic cards, as hand traps like Ogre and Valor and even Ash. So 3 Called by just to help you at least save your Xyz, because our Redoer is really, really going to get hit, especially by Ogres or even permanents. Well, not permanents, because you can't call by that, but Ogres and a lot of things, even Pegatops. So anything that can stop your Xyz from being destroyed, you really want to up this. So next is 2 Instant Fusion, because we play Mud Dragon because it's level 4 and can make itself dark. So that's the reason I play it. 2 Time Thief Hack. This protects your Xyz when they're summoned, the turn they're summoned, and they can't be destroyed or targeted. Also helps OTKs because they gain attack depending on how many material they have. And also has a material that is owned by your opponents. It can attack directly this turn, even if this card leaves the field. So really good card. Really, really good card. If you want to buff this up to 3, I would recommend it, but I like it at 2 due to the fact that you can attach it depending on what the situation is from the trap card, which we'll be getting to soon, which is Flyback. So it's good to get the draw off for Redoer. Next is 1 Reborn, because Reborn, Foolish Burial to send Zephyros if you need to. 1 Rhoda, search out any of the Phantom Knights. Basically that's it. Or Goblinberg. I more or less search Goblinberg. I don't go for the Phantom Knights all too much. So that's it for the spells. Off to the traps. 2 Flyback. Flyback, when you flip out on your opponent's turn, target 1 Time Thief Xyz monster you control, attach 1 Time Thief card from your hand or deck to it as material. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 Time Thief Xyz you control, and attach 1 card from your opponent's graveyard to that Xyz as material. And again, you can search this off of the winder, and more or less what you're going to be attaching is, like I said, hack. So only use one copy of hack to fog blade because fog blade is really good. I really make it a lot, well, try to. You can use it off getting from Rusty Bardich, so really good. Or even if you want to go from Ancient Cloak or Silent Boots, you can search off of that. Or more or less, you're going to be searching off for Shady Brigandine, because flip it if you control those traps engrave, and it becomes level 4, and you can use it as XP material. If you want, you can bump that up to, I really would recommend it. I'm not sure what I would take out for it. Maybe the Ragged Gloves, but I'm going to try other few copies of this deck, so we're going to see how that works. I'm going to try a level 4 spam deck and see how that goes, but that's going to be it for the main deck. And off to the extra deck, like I said, one Shade Brigandine, because you can search it, well, not search it, but you can send one Phantomite monster from your deck to grave, then set a trap, Phantomite trap. So you can either do Fog Blade or the Shade Brigandine, depending on what you use. And then you get the time, I keep saying Time Thief, your Phantom Knight effect engrave, so really good. And if Xyz's monster that is dark is Xyz summoned to a zone he points to, it basically has a break sword effect where you can destroy one card your opponent controls. So really, really good. And the only downside is he can't be used as link material, but it's the highest link that you're going into is 3. Summon Sork, dark, helps you extend plays if need be. Traffic Ghost, because 3 generic monsters, 3 down arrows. I see no reason why not to. And again, dark. Reap Dogcus to help make the Summon Sork. 1 Underclock. The 1 Phoenix, because back row. I don't have a lot of back row destruction. I need a Tornado Dragon, which you can take out the Summon Sork for, which I really recommend because it's level 4. But this just helps, so against Alter Guys and everything like that. Next is 1 Break Sword, because Break Sword, I have 2 copies, but I really want to play the 3 Redoer, because Redoer I think is one of the better monsters to have a 3 of in the extra deck. During each standby phase, you can get the top card of your opponent's deck and attach it to it. The only thing that you have to know about Redoer that we learned not too long ago was, first of all, watch what you're attaching to it, and don't forget to give it back to your opponent, because that's really wrong and cheating. And you're stealing probably someone's card. That's a no-no. His detach happens after what you declare. So if you declare monster, say monster, spell, and trap, you have to declare those first. So that's activation, and then they can respond before you detach. So detach isn't cost, it's the declare. So that's something to keep in mind. May or may not be wrong. After the Zodiac Engine, 1 Borbo, you don't use this effect at all. You're more or less going to overlay into Jockenine. And again, that's where the combo comes in with a lot of the Time Thieves. Again, with Target Mortar, helps depending on what is engrave. The 1 Ray Raptor, 4 Strix to search off for the Chris, and 1 Mud Dragon for instant fusion, and again, level 4. So, alright, I'm going to pause this video, and then we're going to at least get a test hand, show you what we can make for the actual boards. So, hold on one moment. Alright, and we are back. So, this would be one of the better hands that you would do. Just start off your combos. So, what you would do in this situation is normal summon the Regulator, then Tribute Regulator, and if they tried to, Ash the Regulator for special summon from the deck, then you have Call By in hand. So, use that. Then you would search out for 1 Winder and where is it? 1 Bezel Ship. Then don't forget Winder's effect to search for the trap. So you add that to hand, and then shuffle the deck. And what you're going to do is activate Barrage to destroy Bezel Ship. Barrage will summon the Whiptail. And then you shuffle again. Use whiptail as Xyz to overlay into the Borbo. Bezel Ship's effect to detach these whiptail, special on itself. And then use Borbo to go into Chakanine. Detach 4 Chakanine to summon whiptail. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have another Winder in hand, then you can overlay into the Tiger Mortar, then detach it to get another special summon. But it's all dependent, so you can have another board like that with at least one flyback set, and then you do this, use both those as Xyz, and not Xyz, whoops, to the underclock. Let me move this down a little bit. So you would have underclock there, and then you can use both of those to make your Time Thief Redoer. Then use Redoer's effects, call monster, detach if they have no other interrupts, banish Redoer until end phase, then end phase, special Redoer, grab top card, so say Ram card, attach after they draw, and then stand by, you get their free card. Then after they do something, fly back, attach the 1 hack from your deck. I don't think they can ash that, but they can definitely. So that'd be a really good board. So you have 3 material Redoer, alright, and say you have trap and spell. So you have basically a unicorn effect, which is spin something back to the top of the deck, and a +1, because when he has a spell, you can attach spell, draw a card from the top of the deck. All quick effects, so. But you have to make sure that you do them all at that point. You can't do them one individually, like say if you want to do a spell and you attach the spell, you can't do, okay, now I want to do trap. You can't do that. You have to do it all at that one point. So that's something else to keep in mind. But yep, that's one of the combos. And let's restart this and go to another one. Hold on. Alright, and for this last combo, you're going to actually be doing the same thing, but this time you have 5 cards in hand. So again, what you do is normal summon Regulator, use Regulator's effect to trivia itself off, then summon the Bezel Ship and Winder. Usually summon Bezel Ship in defense because it has 2000 defense. Then Winder's effect to add the flyback. Then activates, I'm just going to move the hand real quick. Activate Barrage. Barrage to destroy Bezel Ship. So that's when you get to your Whiptail. Whiptail uses Xyz for the Barbo. Then detach Whiptail for the special summon Bezel Ship. Then you overlay into Chakanine, detach for the actual effect of Chakanine, special summon Whiptail. Then you're going to overlay, since you have another Time Thief Winder in hand, you're going to overlay into Tiger Mortar, detach the Chakanine, special summon Tiger Mortar. Wow. Winder. Then you're going to activate Foolish Burial to send the Zephyros to grave. So you have now Blackwing Zephyros and Foolish Burial. And then you use Zephyros' effect, special himself by putting Tiger Mortar back to your extra deck. And now you have 5 cards on the field. So what you do is use 1 Winder and the Whiptail to make the Underclock. And then you can special summon the Chris the Crack because you control the other Blackwing. So you can use actually Winder and that to make the Bardich. Then you can use Bardich's effect to send the Silent Boots to grave. search out for the Phantomite Trap, special summon the Phantomite Trap, and then you can overlay into using correct that into the first redoer. Then if you really want, which we will, use bezel ship and the other one to make another redoer. So that's more or less 2 redoers. I'm going to move that out of the way. So you have 2 redoers, one with different material. So you can actually detach this, banish until in the phase, special summon underneath the redoer. Underneath the Bardage with a flyback set. So that's 2 redoers, 2 actual standby phase effects. So you grab 2 cards from their top deck, and you're pretty much set. So that's actually one of the better combos that you can do with this. And hopefully you guys enjoyed. And if you have any other combos or want to know anything else about the deck, please do leave a like and comment down below, and we will try to answer them to the best of our abilities. Alright, catch you guys later. Peace.